Sportscast crew, welcome back to another week episode with your host, Mr. ESPN, where we discuss everything sports and the business behind it. I'm here with my other host, Mr. Mo Better, Dub, and Kens. How you doing, fellas?
It's Mo Better, bro.
All you gotta do is say Kens. Just add the
Mo Better. I
Kens.
said Mr. Mo Better.
No, you was like better.
No, I didn't.
Mo Better.
It's all right. You from I get it.
Not from
They pronounce the R's.
You don't put my damn location on the damn internet.
Oh, my fault. You might want to edit that.
Damn.
Bleep that out. You from Bleep
Yo, what's good with y'all fellas, man? What up?
Nice.
Man, how you feeling, man?
Great.
Another week in the books. It's been interesting.
Very interesting, man. Y'all want to kick it off, man? We got the new stuff.
I just want to say this. I know we wasn't talking about this, but I do hope that we do away with the All-Star game in the NBA.
No. Why should we do away with it?
Throw it away.
It's a glorified shoot around. It's a waste of time.
I don't think
a waste of money. We might as well. Really, what we should do is we should do a cross-league type thing where we should get NFL players to come play basketball, and we should let basketball players go play flag football.
And I definitely won't watch.
They need to keep All-Star weekend, but just get rid of the All-Star game.
No.
Yeah, keep the dunk contest, 3-point skills challenge.
The rookies playing.
Yeah, U.S. versus the world, whatever they do. But yeah, definitely get rid of that trash, man. Don't nobody want to see that.
I think they should just go back to the old format, and it will get better.
Oh yeah, if
it
they
wasn't
do
better back then.
Nah, it was
East versus West. They had some sense of pride, bro.
But you know,
so if you just add incentive, wouldn't they be more willing to play?
Why add incentive? This is your job.
Everybody needs a motivation.
This is your job. You signed up for this. This is what you get paid.
Man,
actually, they got selected. They didn't sign
All-Star players imitate
that is your
the
job.
Greatest player of their era. That's all I got for y'all.
I wouldn't get away with it. I think it's the biggest. Well, it is the biggest event every weekend. I mean,
is it?
Weekend. Yeah, it is. The All-Star game is the biggest event of the weekend.
And it had the lowest ratings it's ever had in history last weekend.
Yes, it did. But it's still the biggest part of that whole weekend. Everybody goes for the All-Star game.
I mean, I don't think it's realistic to get rid of the All-Star game. I mean,
yeah, that's not realistic.
That's what it is. But I mean, we just was hoping for an intensity that we just not really gonna get. These guys, and then I can't even all the way blame them. Let's just say LeBron hurting his hand going for a block, like he was going for a block just for an ooh and ah. You see what I'm saying? This is not for a real game. So he
definitely went up for that block on SGA.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm like, you still got another 20, 30 games to try to solidify or clinch a spot in the playoffs, or because there's still a lot more serious game to play. And then can you imagine if he would have seriously injured his hand on that, or any other player doing anything else? I mean, and because they got rid of the East and West, I don't think they have that sense of pride that they play. Like, nobody cares if they playing for Giannis or LeBron that much. I think they used to care more when they were playing for East or West. And
so somebody on Twitter brought up a good point. Shout out to Mark Edwards. He came up with a good idea. And I thought, if they did this, now you got something to play for. What if whatever team you play for, that determines if you get home court advantage for your conference finals?
No, I think that's I think it should be conference finals and NBA finals. Like, if you in the East and you thinking, hey, listen, we got a shot at facing whoever comes out of the West. I want to win this game because I want 4 games in Atlanta. That's just me. So I feel like it should be conference finals and it should be, NBA finals. I think you add both of those little checks on that guy, and you might, but you know what, man?
Why would you? I don't understand. Why would we use the All-Star game to determine anything for the real season?
Because it's the only way to.
Because now, so
we had a league full of softies and bums, and you have to feed them incentives, even though they're already getting paid way more millions of dollars than anybody else in the previous history in the NBA. you have to give them more incentive to get them to play harder, which is absurd.
Well, they took away the incentive of the money. The money don't go to their pockets now. Now it goes to their favorite charity. That's one. Two, if you do it for the regular season, now because they changed the rules, you have a certain amount of points to hit every quarter. Now in that fourth quarter, you're gonna check up now because okay, let's take it for example, right? You had Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown going at it at one point in the All-Star game. What if KD was healthy and that was Jason Tatum and KD? Now that KD's in the West, this could potentially be the matchup for the finals, like Ken said. And depending who wins that quarter could determine who got home court advantage in the finals, which we know matters because if it goes 7 games, you want that 7th game on your court. So now you kind of give the guys somewhat of an incentive to not just do a layup line during the All-Star weekend. Obviously, you still got to play good during the regular season, too, to keep your record. All that matters, too. But now you got something to play for during the All-Star
weekend. Just a little extra sugar on top.
Just a little incentive.
On top of the $75 million they get a year.
That's why I didn't say give them more money. I just said give them something to play for. But anyway.
I hear what you're saying.
Let's start off this week's show. Let's start off with one of the exciting new stars in the league who actually just got his first signature shoe, Ja Morant.
Jaquavius.
Like Ja Morant. Took a little page out of Gilbert Arenas' book. And he had a little off-court situation.
From 2 chains to 2 guns out there.
Hey. What they say in Memphis, whip a trick. But anyway, Ja Morant got into a little scuffle with a minor. It looks like from a pickup game, and there was an altercation, and looks like some weapons were involved. So
there's gonna be some legal fallout.
It might look like Ja Morant might be in some legal trouble coming up in a few days or weeks, depending how this plays out. But what do we think? You know, Ja Morant is definitely one of the bigger figures in the league now. Definitely a young
one of those rising stars. Like we're expecting him to reach that echelon of like one of the faces of the league. It's crazy. There was another story that I read on Twitter earlier where they say last summer his mom got into something with somebody at the mall, and Ja Morant showed up with 8 goons to the mall and was like, "We're just here to make sure everything." It pans out how it's supposed to. And it's like, when did Jaquavius, and granted, you know, I don't know what he was doing when he was in the streets of South Carolina, you feel me? But when did Jaquavius become this much of a thug? It's like that narrative has been floating around throughout this season. And he's been answering he answered the call because this gun situation was from last summer.
Well, this looked like a situation of either an NDA didn't get signed or a check didn't get cut. But at the same time, Ja is playing 2 sides. He is now famous, so I can see why he's trying to protect. But at the same time, you are famous. At the same time, there's certain actions you just cannot do anymore. That's why you have a lot of money to get security. I still don't understand why they don't.
Yes.
Why they don't ride around with security.
I think Ja is flexing too many muscles, bro. Like,
some of them you don't have.
Yeah, it's low key. It's coming off as kind of childish, I guess you could say.
It is childish.
It's like, bro, you in a league with grown men, like.
And what are you doing playing a pickup game with a 17-year-old?
And you have a chance to be almost legendary, like, you know, like, especially already in the city of Memphis, and then maybe even in the NBA one day. Like, get your ish right, bro. Like. This like you got a privilege that, you know, 98% of us wish we had. Like, you know,
right.
99.
This is the opportunity. This opportunity is like, don't throw it away trying to be tough. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
trying to be something. Like, it's not that deep, bro. You like, you know.
And granted, we don't know the situation with him and this kid. They was probably outside hooping. You know, we don't know what corner, what streets they was on, nothing like that. But it's like Vlad just said, man. Hire security, bro. Like, you're supposed to have people that's supposed to be there.
Got people for that,
come through and hey, little fella,
and handle those kind of problems.
We're gonna need you to relax. You know what I'm saying? Like,
here's my other question. I'm wondering if it's one of those things because we hear this a lot. You know, you get the NBA guy to come through the gym. It's a pickup game, and now everybody think they're in the league, right? Yeah, so it could be a situation, and we know how Ja plays basketball. It's very athletic, very aggressive, a lot of above the rim stuff. So it could be simple as a hard foul. And we all play a pickle game, and you know there's always that one guy in the gym when the fouls come and Eddie wake up. And then
I'm up, boy.
they get a little, you know, they think it's game 7 of the NBA finals, and it's like, bro, it's just pickup. So this can get interesting only because now I'm wondering what the endorsements are going to do. You know, he has the Nike deal, and we know Nike's real quick with pulling the plug on shoe contracts, aka Kyrie.
Ain't nothing gonna happen, man.
I mean, we can't say that because we all know right now the NBA is real sensitive about PR.
Right.
Sensitive about PR. So this gets out of hand.
In regards to certain things, and this is not one of them. He is not going to lose no money off of this. This is going to get settled. It's not even going to go all the way to court, and he's going to be fine. But he does need to chill out, man. He's been in the tabloids, press for what? 3,
all the
4
wrong stuff.
Ever since he said, "I'm good in the West," he's been
Wild
on the
West.
wrong side of things.
He been on the Wild West.
That Clarence has been in the news.
And they loaded up the West after he said that too.
Loaded up.
They had to.
He knew Kyrie pulled up. KD pulled up. I don't know who else pulled up, but
LeBron and Cole pulled up whatever pieces he put.
Look, man, he needs to chill out. He needs to tell his people, yo, we not on that no more. He needs to stop going to the hood, stop hooping with these young dummies, stop shopping in these malls. You got money now. Send somebody to go buy it for you.
Send it to the house. Get a stylist.
Stop it. You can't live like you lived before, man. Come on.
Yeah,
man.
I mean, you may want to be able to show people that you still the same guy, but
it's not worth it.
It's
you're
not,
bro. You're in a different tax bracket, bro.
Right. Somebody gonna be wanting out there to try you, and that's probably what that 17-year-old did.
And them folks got a lot more to lose than he do.
Absolutely. Right. This looked like a check. Like he's going to have to pay something. Yeah, he's going to pay something.
Can you imagine being the 17-year-old that was responsible for getting Ja Morant out of the NBA or something like that?
Something crazy.
Like, yo, son. like
right.
You got way too much to lose, bro. Cool your chicken, man.
But anyway, hopefully it doesn't go that bad. Hopefully it's just something, a small little settlement. Ja probably cut him a 6-figure check, and then we just throw this under the rug.
Man, if that was the case, then we wouldn't even be hearing about it. If that's how it was supposed to have ran down, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, you gotta put that. You gotta put that pressure on them, boy.
Yeah, put it. Yeah,
yeah.
Nobody likes bad PR.
Another check.
You got to get the check more better. That's what he's doing. Put it in the press. They add more pressure. The check get more better. That's it.
It's a fact.
Ja, don't hoop with nobody if it's not an organized event by your team, the Grizzlies, the NBA, the Boys and Girls Club of America. Like
Boys and Girls Club. Jesus.
Outside of that, man, you don't need to be there, Ja. Ain't no more of these outside hooping in the neighborhood. No.
Let's get to another all-star guard, man. It's that guy in Portland, the loyal one.
Mr. Dame Time.
Dame Dollars with the crazy freestyle off the airplane the other day.
that was dope. That wasn't too bad.
I'm not gonna lie though. I don't know if I'll come up with a freestyle if I'm stuck 30,000 feet in the air. I think that was the last thing I'll think about.
What do you mean stuck?
I thought they were stuck on the ground.
No, that was in the air.
I don't think it was in the air, bro.
Bro, they was in the air.
I think they were stuck at the gate. They couldn't get clearance to be about.
That's another story, man. My man against, was it Houston? Dropped 71 points?
Yes.
71.
He
71.
He matched Donovan's. It's funny, both of them got drug tested.
Nah, that's where I'm going with this.
Mind you, Dame has averaged maybe, I think, 42 points over the last 10 games.
But 42 ain't 71.
I said average. I mean, he's dropping. He's been a bucket for the last 10 games. Like he ain't hit you with less than 29 points, but one time in the last 10 games. And the echelon of him hooping has been that 71 pointer. So it's been a couple of 40s sprinkled in there, a couple of 30s sprinkled in there. Houston is a horrendous basketball team. Like
they are tanking for Victor Wembanyama.
I mean, shout out OKC, man. That's where he needs to go. But they are terrible, bro. Like they are horrid. John Wall told us what was going on over there. they are buns times buns to the bun power.
Well, I mean, let's be realistic though. They are a team full of rookies and second-year players. What do we really expect from them?
That ain't got nothing to do with it, bro. Like it's 100% to do with them guys ain't trying to win. They ain't trying to play defense. They just outside. They having all-star games every week, every night. They show up to the layup line every night. They're not trying to play no defense. So it's not terribly surprising that anybody should be getting one of their career best against them at this point, because they are really just a space filler in the NBA right now. They're not a basketball team.
I can't say space filler. Come
on, son, rock it.
Drop a bomb for that one. That was crazy.
That was wild, bro. I wouldn't say all of that, but
yo, I agree. What they just taking up space.
No, they're not. Stop. No, they're not.
Expansion team.
No, they not. Stop.
What they doing?
Young talent.
You just said
okay. So
second year guys.
They have young talent
for the lottery pick.
You know what's so crazy? We wasn't saying that about Orlando. Every year we crack jokes about Orlando. Then nobody say they was a young talent. They just said them motherfuckers is trash. Trash is trash.
But we never said that Orlando's taking up space.
Why we first of all, let's not make excuses. If a team is a bad team, it's a bad team. If you're the worst team in the league, you're just taking up a spot.
So the San Antonio Spurs
exist as a team.
They're literally competing for the lottery, bro. That's what it is.
Yo, the San Antonio.
That's what it is. So they're not really a basketball team. They are a placeholder looking to get to a certain place.
Nah, it's just them looking forward to the future. Like, you know, you're pretty bad now or whatever.
I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying. You are right. I'm also saying that they are just holding a place in the league right now. And that place.
So is everybody else.
How many teams it is? 30?
That's
holding spot number 30.
Anyway, Dame Tom did 71 points, just like Donovan Mitchell earlier this year. And apparently they said you got pissed in a cup in the morning. So.
The very next day.
That's what I said in the morning. How do we feel about the NBA constantly drug testing players after a historic accolade night?
Look, man, I said it off camera. I'm about to say it on camera.
So,
I don't know what drug they got out there that you can take that can make you score more buckets. But if they've been holding out this whole time,
everybody in Houston needs to take it.
Right. They need to give out the secret, because what drug can you take that's going to make you be like, you know what?
A more accurate shooter.
So here's my question, though. Did they do the same thing to Wilt when he did 100?
They was doing cocaine in the NBA back then.
During the game. Come on.
So I don't understand, what's the point of drug testing when they were clearly not even
the NBA didn't start like cracking down on drug testing until like the late 2000s, early teen. I can't believe I just said that. But early teen, 2010, 2011. But I can't even remember like the last time it was something crazy. And then really, like, you'll catch these guys getting on these PEDs. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember Ayton got out of here because of the PEDs one year. I think John Collins was out of here because of the PEDs. Like, you don't got to randomly drug test nobody after a performance. You can catch them 3 days later. Them PEDs in their system, baby.
Right.
But the people you named, neither of them scored 71. So
that's what I'm saying, right? That's why it doesn't make sense to go and drug test somebody right after the next day after they do something. It's almost like saying, we don't trust that you're as good as you really are. You're catching guys. You're catching guys just by doing the process right now. So it doesn't to scrutinize these guys who are having incredible offensive evenings. It just looks a little. It's like NBA. You don't trust your players.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just tacky. It's just like
it's not cute.
Like, dang, he just busted their ass. Oh, he must be on something. Like, no, he's just better than everyone else.
Exactly.
Like,
especially when you're playing the Houston Rockets.
Right. It's different if I went out there, signed a 10-day contract, and put up 81 points. Test me. Because there ain't no way.
Nah, we'll say you got cocaine from Frank Lucas.
You know what I'm saying? But now, in all seriousness,
I ain't never seen Jake.
Right. Right. Like, if Grayson Allen pulled up and scored 81, test that mother.
Nah,
they ain't been putting up buckets. You know what I'm saying? Donovan Mitchell been putting up buckets. This doesn't make any sense. Devin Booker.
It's like the law of averages worked out, man.
Right.
Dame had a hot hand. They fed him.
Right. Come on.
I don't remember them doing that to your boy Devin Booker when he scored. Was it rookie season? He dropped like 70 something
against Boston.
70.
Yeah.
He didn't get
hold
drug
on.
tested.
Did they do it to Kobe when he scored the 81?
Hell no, Kobe went. No, hell no. They ain't giving it. First of all,
Yeah, I don't think so.
it would have been reasonable. The way they moving right now, it'd have been reasonable if they would have drug tested Kobe after he retired because he dropped 60 on his day out the league. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's a
Granted, he took 88 shots. But
so I guess that's the realistic part of it.
Kobe was extremely efficient that evening. He was busting Utah's ass.
But yeah, man.
Sure, Kenzie.
Kobe and efficiency don't even go in the same sentence.
Boy,
Wow. Next topic.
Yo.
So
first of all, let's never disrespect.
All I'm gonna say
lie.
is 40%. But keep going.
So with all these high scoring performances, do we think down the road or maybe even this year, there will be a time where somebody will break Wilt's record or at least tie it with a 100-point game?
And people are gonna. The NBA is on the way.
No, ain't nobody going to break Wilt's only because I think they won't even give anybody that kind of play time no more because everybody
True.
got.
Because Steph could have beat Kobe's when he was having that crazy year, and they was sitting him down in the third quarter. He didn't play the fourth quarter for like 27 games.
Melo could have too.
2016.
New York.
I just think my only thing that I think LeBron's record might be done for by 2040 at best.
Oh yeah.
I don't think
They on his
so.
head.
You know, it's crazy. I actually don't think so. And not because I'm a LeBron fan. I just think with the way the league is going, most of these guys don't even want to play 20 years. And most of these guys don't even want to play 60 games.
Who's the example that you're using that don't want to play 20 years? Because I feel like these guys are going to try to make this money as long as they can.
Kawhi Leonard is 5 years, and if we're lucky, he's out of here.
Kawhi is an anomaly.
Okay.
Kawhi
Anthony Davis.
You gotta go younger. You gotta go to players like Donovan Mitchell.
Okay, I can go
Like-
I can go younger.
Like
Luka made it real clear already.
No,
He said,
Luka
"I'm
been playing since he was 2. He's not going 20 years in the NBA.
Facts.
Come on, man.
He's technically already 29 in NBA.
He about to
years.
retire. He got a whole pension waiting on him already.
Sure, if you look at his scoring since he became a professional athlete, he done went over LeBron's record years over, bro. Like,
cut it out. But anyway, I just don't see like
10 years already.
I don't see these guys playing 20 years, especially now, as you can see early on in their career, they get a lot of these knick-knack injuries. And truth be told, the bag is so big. Like, let's be real. Two supermax contracts, and some of them gonna be out. Like,
I disagree, bro. I feel like why not get a third? If you're gonna give me $200 million 3 times, what's
how many of them? Let's be realistic.
Two?
How many of these guys, these young guys, are going to be good for a 15-year stretch?
I think a lot of them.
It's rare.
No, bro. That is rare for a 15-year stretch. How many guys in the NBA has been at least a 20-point scorer or higher for 15 years?
I mean, honestly, I think it's possible. With the way
I think it's very much possible now. There's like 9 guys
today,
averaging 30 points.
But
Yeah,
for 15 years, that's the point. Okay, you can give it to me for a year, even
Listen.
for 5. But
The
not
game-
everybody's Kobe or LeBron or Mike.
The game, quote unquote, has sped up. There's way more possessions in the game now than there was 10 years ago, right? The rules have been shifted over so that players can get to the free throw line so much more easier. It's not taking you a whole lot to get 30 points nowadays, especially because people are shooting the 3 ball at such a high, absurd clip. You know what I'm saying? So it's like these numbers, again, right? Like, I feel like just looking at how the game is played now, bro, it's not hard to get 30 points no more. Guys are taking 8 threes a night. If you make 6 of them, you at 18.
I agree with
You're
that.
probably going to get 2 and 1s.
I agree with
You
that.
might get 2 dunks if you're athletic.
I agree with that.
You know what I'm saying? That's 26 points already.
But,
Another 6 shots, mid-range, layup. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but my other question is how many of them are actually going to play enough games for it to even accumulate? These guys are not playing.
That's a question that you have to ask about certain people. Jason Tatum is going to play them games.
I think that's who I was going to bring up. I think he definitely might I think he has the mentality to go that far. He just got to take care of himself. I think his counterpart in Boston too might be able to go.
I don't think so. I don't think these young guys.
I don't think we should
I don't
use
think they want it
Kawhi
like
and
that.
Anthony Davis as the bar because these guys.
I think it's some guy that's not even in the NBA yet.
Thank you. It
He
gotta
probably
be
pulling up within the next 2-3 years.
Kobe estimate.
Kobe estimate coming on.
Yeah, I mean, but Kobe ain't getting in within the next 2-3 years. But like,
he coming though. He coming.
Like it's a hard accolade to break. You got to think about it. You got to average 25 or more for at least 18 seasons. You have to play a minimum of 60 games. That's a lot of numbers, bro.
The 60 games ain't that hard. It's just new for these new cats. But what these soft cats is the 60 games ain't really that hard.
It's not hard, but they're not doing it.
Impossible for these guys.
But they're not doing it.
Though.
No, they don't want to do it.
Sources
it's different.
That they are not doing it. That's not the norm. It's a couple of heads that are not doing it. Most of these guys, Donovan Mitchell is playing like 80% of his games. You know what I'm saying? Darius Garland is playing 80%.
Right.
All of these guys are playing most of their games. It's the generation that's on their way out. Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, LeBron James. It's those guys that are having the issue playing 72 games. But the rest of these young guys, they get to that 72.
Hey, all I'm saying is Donovan Mitchell played 60 or plus games 4 times in his career.
How long he been in the league?
3, 4, 5. So 5
years?
6.
Well, what's 6 this year?
Yes, 2022, 2023.
So he's gonna play 60 this year, ain't he?
And we'll see. He's at 53 right now. Yeah, he plays.
Okay, he's gonna play. So 5 out of the 6 years.
But okay. But again, he still has a lot of basketball to play. That's what I'm saying.
No,
it has to be for at least for a 15-year run. Because if Donovan Mitchell get an injury next year,
I mean, but that was likely for everybody who played. Like Kobe could have had a great last 3 years, but he tore his Achilles. Them last 3 years looked really ugly, and it drove his scoring average per season down bad. You know what I'm saying? Like that could happen to anybody at any point. It could happen in year 2. It could happen like LeBron in year 21. Like,
but it's the correlation of both. You have to play the games, and you still have to score 25 or more plus. Donovan Mitchell only averaged 25 or more plus 3 times, including this year.
He on his way.
Right. It starts somewhere, bro.
Yeah, LeBron ain't averaged 30 his whole career.
He didn't need to.
That's what I'm saying. You see how it makes sense?
When did I mention anything about 30? I said 25 plus.
I'm saying
LeBron
got to 30.
25 plus every season either.
Look, what? Nigga, LeBron been averaging 25 plus for 19 straight seasons. Are you crazy?
And he's at 30, which is what I'm saying. You could start off low, but you could make it.
He never started off low though. LeBron came in the league averaging 20, and he only did that for 1 year, and then year 2 to
that's literally what I just said. I said he didn't average 25 every season, and you said what? And you just said that he didn't average 25 as a rookie.
That's all we're saying, brother.
What is the point you're trying to get at? Like, what are we?
I don't know.
What we're saying is it's possible for somebody to these score records. They're not the same.
Our averages
I think what Dub says rings true. Who's going to break that record? They're not. They're probably not even born right now.
Yo, you know what'd be funny? If Zion broke it, and he came in the league broke.
Zion would have to go on like a 10-year run, averaging 40.
I can see Luka breaking it.
Speaking of longevity, he's not gonna break.
He said he don't want to play 15 years.
I mean, he's a child right now, bro. Like, who knows how he's gonna feel?
You just said the man is 29 years old.
I said in basketball years. That's different.
So he got basketball years on that body, and he's already not in shape.
Exactly, and he's still averaging 32. Look. He don't never have to be in shape again. He gonna drop 30 on us.
That boy got them looking like babies.
Anyway, let's talk about speaking of what's his name, Luka, his counterpart. from
Kyrie?
Slovenia. No, Jokic.
Oh, the Joker.
The soon-to-be 3-time MVP.
Very likely.
Joker.
Well deserved.
There's I wouldn't say a rumor, but a comment made by Kendrick Perkins stating that Joker at this current moment feels like Joker just kind of like, throwing a little sauce on his stats, a little padding. How do we feel about that comment, and do we think it's true?
It is the most uneducated thing somebody who was formerly playing in the NBA can say about somebody else who's currently playing in the NBA, especially if you watch the NBA.
Right.
Perk is an idiot.
My only thing with the comment is like, if he's padding, how is Denver the number 1 seed?
Number 1 seed, number 2 in the NBA, number 1 in the West.
And Jamal Murray just came back, and Michael Porter Jr. just came back.
The league in trouble.
I don't believe in the stat padding thing quite as much. I truly think that Denver thinks their best version of offense is run through Joker. So, that's how he ends up with assists, and he's a decently pretty good scorer, I guess. So when it's time, he can back this somebody up. I mean, and then rebounding, I mean, he's already next to the basket anyway.
This is what it is, right? For a guy who plays like a point forward or whatever type position.
Can we say a glorified Kevin McHale?
I mean, maybe so, but I'm saying like Joker's a center, but he plays like a point forward. He's gonna be a point guard. He's gonna run the offense. He's gonna distribute, but he's also the center. So he plays the 5. He's gonna be in the post where typically you get a lot of rebounds. When you look at guys who are leading the league in rebounds, they usually play in the perimeter. They're usually 5s and 4s. It's rare that anybody else is getting 12, 14, 15 rebounds. We've seen Andre Drummond, Clint Capella, Rudy Gobert. All those guys were centers. That's what happens when you play that position. You mix the center position with the point position, you're going to get a lot of rebounds and a lot of assists. That's just what happens naturally. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we're looking at Joker's game. This is an authentic distribution of the ball, authentic rebounds, and then he can score. He can shoot the 3 ball. You know what I'm saying? I think he's like 38% from 3 right now. Some very well. He's an efficient shooter. You know what I'm saying? He can shoot from anywhere on the floor, so he gonna get you 25. I think Perk just feels the type of way because when we watched Russell Westbrook do the same thing, we could tell he was padding the stats. But watching Joker
OKC was also like an 8th seed.
Exactly.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, you padding your stats, but if you
that's
really
the difference.
are padding,
when you're the 8th seed,
they're equating to wins.
Seed, what are you fighting for? You're just fighting for your name at this point. Because
that's what I'm saying.
When you're the 6th AC, you're not thinking, boy, if we get the playoffs, we're gonna make a run. That's not authentic. We ain't seen nobody do that in a long time.
Except the 07 Believe team when they took out Dallas.
But I'm saying they didn't make it to the finals. That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
like yeah. You don't see a 6, 7, 8 seed run off to the finals often. Like that's not something that we're gonna watch. So you know what position you're in. Russell Westbrook knew that he was playing for triple doubles, and they was gonna get some wins. They wasn't gonna win a lot, but they got enough wins to make it to the playoffs, and they got bounced out every round in the first round for 3 years. You know what I'm saying? But he knew exactly what he had to do, and he had a name, and he got a $220 million contract for it. Like, cool.
Damn, triple double.
Joker shit not the same though.
Look, I mean, for me, when it comes to these triple doubles and padding stats, I just think if every player could do it, they would.
Everybody doing it right now. We used to
I don't think everybody's as good or consistent a scorer. You know, I don't think everybody has the will to rebound like that, and I don't think everybody, gets an opportunity to run their floor and get that many assists. So to me, like, if you could, you would, and be mad at Joker or Russell for pat statting, but be mad at yourself that nobody stopped them.
Like,
thank you. That's all I gotta say. Ain't nobody stopping it.
My bad. Stat padding.
Padding. You know what? Yo, he about to pat some stat tonight, my boy. Look at.
But before we wrap up, if you guys were a GM and you had a choice, would you take Joel Embiid or Jokic to build your team around?
That's a good question.
You know what? I would take Joker.
Joker hands down. Just because you already know I don't like Embiid because I don't like the way he played. So
What's wrong with the way he
I
plays?
started losing respect for like he is like a big man Harden. Like they kind of perfect for each other, bro.
They keep falling and flailing.
Yo, my man shoots 47 free throws a night, bro. And I get it. Like
he's big.
But
no, that's not the excuse.
I won't take that away from him. I won't. Like, but for a fan, it's just annoying to watch. Like, I just want to see some real action. Like, I don't want
big man action.
I don't want all your points coming from the free throw line. It's just boring. Like I never hated on James Harden. I just can't watch him play for long because I'm like, bro, this is, it's either a step back three or we at the free throw line. Like, bro, I can't do
the offensive foul into the ugly.
Hey, call it what you want, but it was just boring to watch.
Yeah, so, it's not exciting basketball. It's not good basketball.
Yeah, but when it comes to, I mean, not even excitement or versus non-excitement, because Joker is not an athlete either. But like, I rather if I'm a GM or a coach or whatever, I think I want Joker first.
Especially in the new NBA, because Joker he can shoot the three ball, but his game is not so tied to just shooting threes the way it seems like. Granted, Embiid does do some damage in the post. It's just like we all watch him, and it's like he could be like damn near Giannis level dominant.
No, he can't be no Giannis. Let's not cap now.
You don't think he can be Giannis dominant in the post?
No.
His footwork, he got a mid range.
He could be way better. What are you talking
First
about?
of all, I can't even say that because I don't look at Giannis as a post player. That's why I said no.
Oh, what's Giannis, a shooter?
No, I look at Giannis.
He's a rim runner.
What Kendrick used to call him? Run jump man.
Run jump dunk man.
Yeah, like that's what
he's a rim runner. That's it.
He's just a hybrid that plays on the perimeter.
He plays on the perimeter? Okay. I learn something new about the NBA every day, guys. Thank you.
Bro, of course he does. He take within 2 steps, he's in the paint.
He plays on the perimeter. Something new every day.
And Sports Pass, we bring you educational sports takes every day.
Anyway, so it looked like most people taking the Joker to build a
Joker. Yeah, easily.
All right. Well, that settles that. Well, thanks for tuning in to this week's show. Please.
We made it. Dub, man, where you at?
Somebody, Vlad be taking my lines, bro. He always.
No, I was going to end the show and say, hey, make sure you subscribe, like, and comment. And
yeah. They know that, but you opened the show. Let me close it, bro.
All right, close it.
Somebody play my exit music. Subscribe. Tap that button.
Tap that.